Woo! It is a blessing to be back. I don't like when I'm away. I want to take a moment. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to I'm Just Saying. Because I'm always just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's a beautiful day. Why does every day feel like Friday? I'm serious. I want to take a moment and I want to thank my peeps, man. I want to take a moment and I want to thank my peeps, man. I want to thank everybody that makes this possible, that steps up and shows out. I want to thank homie Quan for always being there when I reach out. I got to thank my girl Annika. I always call her Cherie. I'm gonna start calling her Annika because it sounds so good. So I'm gonna start calling her Annika. I want to thank Annika, which is everybody knows Cherie Annika Valley Cove. I don't care what's going on. When we're ready to do this show, she's ready. Yeah, you know. And so yes, I want to thank everybody that makes it possible. And I also want to thank my backhand, my back, which called the back, what you don't see. And that's Mariana. We all know this, who always makes all of a lot of my social media, the stuff that you see, and guides me when I want to try to be creative and do something myself. And definitely my show manager, Michelle King. That's who you get your emails from and all of that. She makes all that work, and they keep me grounded. But also, last but never least, the person that makes sure that you see all of us and everything that's happening on the screen. That's my boy, Michael Farmer. He is my tech, my geek, my friend. You know that's a friend when they'll say, you know what, if it's just this fucked up, I'm going to come over in the midst of COVID. That tells you something. But anyway, guys, as I say, every day is feeling like Friday. So I'm not finna lie. I've been partying every day. And I'm going through my books trying to figure out which when they said when they set me free, because I'm not going out right away. I'm gonna be real with you guys. When they get ready to say we can go out, I'm gonna be like Celie was in The Color Purple. Remember when Mister was cooking? I'm gonna just sit back and watch everything for a while. I'm just sit there and watch, get me a good seat, and watch the playing field. Cause I'm not just gonna run out like I done lost my mind. Because as you get older, the one thing you learn is patience. You're forced to learn it because you can't do everything the way you used to do it. So I'm gonna chill on that. But the first thing that I'm gonna do when I am out and can get out and about is probably try to figure out what we're gonna do about 45. I think I think that's gonna be my first. That's gonna be my first goal. Is what the hell are we gonna do about 45? Cause he gotta go. He gotta go. You get what I'm saying? That man got to go. And the other thing is for me, I got a haircut. Do y'all see this, guys? I did this shit myself. I don't even know if I'm gonna be paying my barber $40 anymore. What y'all think? You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about. Huh?
It's clean.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
From what we can see, we approve. We approve.
Cause let me see if I can get in the light where y'all can really get a good look. Cause I was just really going into a state of depression, and my next move gonna be AA. I ain't ashamed to tell y'all. I'm gonna have to find me a good place, and they gonna have to keep me for about 2 months though. So I'm gonna be back locked down. And
I just say as long as I wasn't growing a beard, I was fine. I was happy.
I think y'all missed the point. Your girl said she gonna need AA when this over with, because I have what I call what is it, a dependency when I finish my day of needing a couple of drinks just to get through the day. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm really like, damn, this is becoming like a cycle. Like, wait a minute, I guess because I'm not used to being still, because I'm an active person. So if there's anybody out there and y'all do the little counseling and all that, y'all can send me an email. I'm just saying D Johnson, at gmail.com. You ain't got to tell nobody my business. Just send me a note and say y'all will take me into the class or whatever. I ain't gonna promise how I'm gonna act, but I'm gonna try. Cause I'm so outspoken, I'll be sitting there talking with the damn folks that's in there. One guy, well, I be beating my wife. That's why I drink. I'd be like, well, man, just you stop beating your wife. Go home and get your damn drink. Keep your hands to yourself. Little shit like that. I really got the folks back doing what they was doing because I grew up where you don't depend on that kind of shit. You know what I mean? You don't go to see psychiatrists. I'm from the South. You need a psychiatrist. One time I told my mom, I think I need to talk to somebody. Here I am. Talk to me. No, Ma, you won't understand. I think I'm needing to talk to somebody.
Impartial.
Yeah. I done told your ass I'm right here. I'm right here. You can talk to me. Ma, I'm talking about I need to talk to somebody about my real feelings. Well, what you been talking to me about all this time? Your own feelings? Your fake feelings? Ma, what the hell are you get? Girl, all I know is I ain't got no insurance to cover nobody that you need to talk to who probably crazy their damn self. Now, if it's something you need to tell me, let's talk about it. Because I'm free. So we ain't do that. That was like a weak thing, it's the truth. That was like a weak thing. You were lucky if you fell out the tree. Your doctor was like, when you fall out the tree and you coming, and I'm like, I think I broke my arm. Come here. You go over to her, move it. I ain't hurt. And if she do it and move it and you scream, but it moves and all you do is scream, girl, go on and go sit down somewhere. Ain't nothing wrong with that arm. It ain't broke.
Or do like Chris Rock said, put some Robitussin on it.
You get me, Papa. You be like, Mom, when you get your medical license? Bam, got slapped in the mouth then. Girl, don't you get smart with me. Now I told you that.
Where's your copay?
Yeah. Y'all feel
Where's your copay?
They didn't have that stuff back then. We're going to be real about that. I got a heart problem right now. And then now, that I'm able to have and I will say the best care. And they did this major MRI on me. The man said, well, we found out that you had this problem when you were a child. It could have been fixed if someone had known when you were young. So I called my mom, think I'm going to get some sympathy, like, Mom, they told me that, we had me checked out when I was younger. I wouldn't have the issue now. Well, you still living, ain't you? I was like, yeah. Well, you can't deal with the past. We got to deal with the future. So what you gonna do now? You all right? You all right? You eating right? Okay, well, you do the best you can. We did the best we could back then. I kept you alive, didn't I? I'm like, okay, let me just let that go. This shit ain't working, man. But listen, real quick. Outside of the president telling everybody, he didn't tell them that. He really didn't just say it. It's just stupid that he mentioned something so silly about what they just and see. Some people don't realize you can say stuff like I can say something to Dula. I can say, if he said, my back hurt, now, I can say to him, well, give me a gun, let me shoot you and put you out your misery. You get what I mean? And that's just me being funny. You understand what I mean? Dula not finna give me no motherfucking gun.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and be like, all right, bitch, go ahead and put me on my misery. You go, but
I give your ass some super soaking.
That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? But see the Trump people, they just ain't like we are. They literally would be like, here's the gun. You get what I'm saying? And so you can't say certain things to certain people and say it was just general conversation.
Mm-hmm.
There are people you can have general conversation with, and I'm sad to say a lot of us you can have general conversation because we already, our thought process really already is like, man, you talking some stupid shit right there. Don't and go and walk on out. Where his people digest like his word is law. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, maybe I should drink that shit.
They trust him.
And trust him, yes.
And you should be able to trust your president.
Girl, they said some of them shelves in the South that got stocked up with Clorox bleach and this and that. And I'm like, please. And your candidate running against you should not have to have a statement like, no, please do not drink bleach. That is something all of us know. For me, you, Dula, all of us know that's something our parents told us at a very young age. Don't touch that, it's hot. Don't drink that, or don't go near this. This is my medicine. Even put it on the shelf, because we didn't know any better. But now, at what age do you know better? You get what I'm saying? I'm just asking. This is just my little roll off that I do with my show. I just roll off this little fucked up shit I be thinking about. But I now I think about a lot of fucked up stuff because I'm quarantined. Dula, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. I didn't know how Akon felt when he was singing that, man. But now I be running through the house and my wife said, don't tell them folks you be doing that. I said, why not? I be crip walking. I be like, Akon locked up. They won't let me. You get what I mean? And guess where I'm going? Yeah. Guess where I'm going, guys? I'm skipping and I'm crip walking. And it's hard to crip walk, and I'm heavy set to kind of crip walk down the stairs. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going on down to the bar while I make my drink, and I be like, fuck them. I'm going to just sit here and think. And that's the worst thing you can do is sit and think, because you think about some shit. You'll remember something that somebody you done forgot about owe you money.
Oh, and record yourself. Don't record yourself while you're thinking of thoughts.
Yes. I need to, because when I be thinking, I be like, I wonder how so-and-so do. That motherfucker owed me $50. And he didn't even call me to ask me how I'm doing through the quarantine. I bet that motherfucker glad I'm locked down. You just go to thinking about crazy. But you also learn to be appreciative and what your patience level is, like if you're married. Because, Dula, can you imagine being trapped in with a girl that you ain't just really feeling? You know what I mean?
My baby mama.
Yeah, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. You know, you just trapped in there with them. You get what I'm saying? Because
baby mama.
Because like now I'm in with my wife. I'm like, then when you really say forever, see, forever is beautiful. When I go to work, she go to work. I miss her. She miss me. We come home. We got about 3 hours before we know we're going to crash and go to sleep anyway because we got to start another day. It's a different. I saw this little commercial where the guy was sitting there and doing nothing wrong. Nothing. It's one thing if you just breathe. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the woman like, can you just breathe a little lower? I'm like you want my motherfucker ass just hold my breath. You so tired of me. I'm about to just to make you motherfucking ass happy. I'm just sitting. We need to go to court then if you want me to sit here until I pass out. Soon as I get out this motherfucker, baby, we going to court because I'm gonna tell the judge you just want me. You just that tired. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you learn how patient you are and if your relationship is strong. Because if you can be with someone really 24/7, I'm like 247. You know what I mean? And you don't know how long you're gonna be in there with them. You better like them, and y'all better be friends.
Yes.
Because there's only so much, you know what I mean, you can do with that time. Thank God I come in this studio and I do it on purpose so we can still have a way of missing each other. You know, but man, y'all see what's happening in Italy. Quan, I want y'all to tell me what's been going on with you guys, because all of y'all been locked up. Whether you like, I know we all sneak out. We go little places. I can't lie, I'm a foodie, you know. So we're gonna go little places, but I try to stay in my area, mask down, glove down. But and if I, I gotta sometimes stock my liquor, Dula. I'm sorry, I gotta sometimes stock the bar. You know? So I go out like a hazmat unit. You know what I mean? I go out like I was working for somebody like Obama because every damn I work for 45. I go like I'm working for like I work for Obama. You know what I mean? All out like, yeah, I gotta get some Secret Service needs this, Secret Service needs that.
That's funny as hell. We don't never call that man by his name. We always go, Agent Orange.
Yeah.
45.
Cheeto.
And in a reality, you know what I hope though, Dula, since you said that, I pray one day we don't have to say 45. I hope the new president is 45. Cause in my thought bubble, and this is the end of my little thing, and I gotta do this. In my thought bubble, compared to Barack Obama, he looked like a clown. And in my thought bubble, I was on Facebook and I saw something and I thought about that stuff all night long. I just thought
The crazy thing.
I thought about him in a clown uniform standing beside Barack Obama because he don't even have to be dressed like a clown. Just standing beside him makes him look like he just stuck on stupid.
Okay, but that's not our choice. That's not going to be our choice in November, right? We got Joe Biden, it looks like, and 45 to choose between. So what do you guys have to say about Tara Reid and her allegations? Should Biden step out and bring somebody
Hell
up?
no.
I mean,
Hell
a very deep bench.
Hell to the no.
Okay, why hell to the no?
Here's why. First of all, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And any woman out there that want to get mad at me. The best part about me is I am a woman. And I am pro-rights, equal rights, everything for women. And I damn sure will hurt anybody that would try to rape a woman or do something that But this situation here, this is what I've been waiting on more. First of all, this is trumped up charges. Trump is smart. We did this to Frank, what's his name, Al Franken. We fell for this, and that state was angry because they all jumped. The women jumped because of the Me Too movement, and they're feeling pressured, and this man had to step down. And later, when things got really broke out and really investigated, Al had not done anything wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
And my thing is with the movement and with everything that's going on, Joe Biden was the first one that, and Anita Hill will attest to that approached Anita Hill and said he believed that Clarence Thomas did that. And through that, what grew from Joe was Joe never stopped trying to push women. He swore Elizabeth Warren in office. He pushed and motivated women to step out and be a voice, and their voice would be heard if they joined Congress and Senate. Yeah. On top of that, when we just had Kaylin Risker on, that was Joe Biden that was adamant about domestic violence against women. Now, if I'm out here doing something, I'm not going to join something that's going to put a spotlight on me. Someone would have came out sooner, Cherie. They really would have. With everything that he was doing, they would have come out to throw a light on him and say, oh, you doing this, but this is what you doing. And then they're investigating. I watched, I was worried a little bit, but and also I heard Nancy Pelosi and how strong Amy Klobuchar was. I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I don't think it's a despeраcy because you can grab another candidate. Liz Warren is sitting right there. I'll vote for her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that I'm sick of this. And let me tell you another thing. When this happens, it's the same old shit, Cherie. Think about it. Because they know that we are as women now. And with the Me Too movement, it ain't Joe did this or Joe did that. With Hillary, it was Bill Clinton and his women.
Shouldn't there be an investigation, though? If you agree that he shouldn't step aside like Brett Kavanaugh didn't step aside, shouldn't there be at least some investigation?
They've investigated from what they've investigated. From what I listened to last night, they have, and they're going to continue to investigate more. But what they're finding, they're saying they have investigated. I'm serious. And they said what they are finding is there's not enough there at all. But they are still leaving it open. You understand what I'm saying? And they're still going to wait to see what happens and investigate further. But what they have is not enough at all.
Are they willing to put what they have on the table?
Yes, they've already discussed what they see. Basically, you got to understand something. The lady made the accusation, and New York Times and all the news is what grabbed it because she went to them. They went to them to get the story out. So first, it starts with who came up with the story. You got to give us all your information and proof. Turn that over to us. And New York Times was like, all I have is a woman telling me that he did this to her up against a wall. And I have a friend that says, I remember her telling me that. Do you follow what I'm saying? The friend came 2 weeks after the lady. So now they got to go in more to say, okay, just like with Bill Cosby. I'm not, don't push me there. We don't want to be here all night. With Bill Cosby, they had I don't know how many women came out from LA. Why? When Bill Cosby got that attorney, the black chick who was heavy, she said, okay, if y'all gonna charge him. Because you got one lady that said he threw her down and stuck his hand up her skirt in 1970, right as integration happened. When white people still had power, when he was on Johnny Carson, this man had the strength to try to she was a white girl. You're going to be strong enough to try to rape a white woman during this time frame. But not only that, when they investigated her story, he was not even on the show during that time frame. So she came up with another date in another state.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
In the 70s, everybody was doing drugs and all that stuff anyway, too. So for them to be saying that he did this back then, everybody in the 70s was snorting coke, doing drugs,
sex,
doing
drug, and rock and roll. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
It was Threesome City, all that stuff. So for them to say they got finger banged by Bill Cosby in 1970, and then 30-something, 40 years later, they come back and say that, and he still gets arrested and go to prison, it's bullshit. But two, I'm not going to say what he did was right, because Bill Cosby was very judgmental on his own culture. And for him to act like he was just this clear-cut, clean, squeaky clean person, he never was that. So for a lot of his shit to come out the dark into the light even years later, sometimes it could be karma. So I believe half the women, or maybe 25.
I believe a lot of women.
Yeah, 25% of the women, I believe them. The other ones coming out, they could have probably really did something consensual with him, and then, was probably pissed about how it ended years ago and came back and did it. Because, I mean, a white woman can say she got raped and look what happened, or just got whistled at and look what happened in the till. So, I mean, shit. I don't put nothing past
Cherie, you could come, say we grow and we have a big office, we're doing this. And this is, please nobody, but watch. Say, for instance, that happens, and say we hire a woman and she say Dion has been sexually harassing me, touching me, doing all kind of stuff. Now I haven't touched her. Say y'all been around me enough to know we hadn't. Unless she did something outside of the office, most of the time when we see you guys encounter, and Quan can testify, I had this happen to me at a job, Cherie. I had a young lady, and thank God everybody around saw that, and I was never really near this girl.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Also, what helped me was I work around a lot of women during that time. A lot of women. And all of them said Dion shows the utmost respect. You get what I mean? She said, honey and sweetie, and she'll quickly say, I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect, I'm Southern. She won't, she keeps her distance, It's where you carry yourself. But also, one thing I've learned is that the first thing they did was start asking other women. Well, see, wasn't no money involved. But now let's rewind this and say that I was a billionaire or a millionaire, or I'm somebody you don't want to be the next president. Well, at the end of the day, all those women that showed up for Bill Clinton, yourself, they told it because Trump never paid them their last bit of money. They were bought tickets to fly out and paid $1,500 each and promised another $1,500. And when they did, and when they got back home, he didn't send them the other $1,500. I don't trust too much of anything, but I'm not saying if he did it, and they bring more proof and a whole lot of more women out, but they got to investigate it. Damn it. If you're not going to investigate Brett Kavanaugh, you investigate him. And that's the way the Democrats are. They will be fair. But the shit ain't right, Cherie.
I agree. I think the Brett Kavanaugh investigation was anything but an investigation.
He did it to that girl. You can look at him. He did that.
You agree? I think I believe her. That's just my gut.
Yeah.
But strangely, a lot of people didn't.
Do you believe this young lady?
I haven't even heard the full allegation. All I hear is her name and that she's making an allegation. And I know that people have been talking for years about how much dirt they got on Joe Biden. And I'm like, so this is the next saga. When I saw the headlines, that's what I'm thinking. They've known about this claim for years, have plenty of time to investigate. It's not new in my world. He did have a touchy-feely problem.
That's every Southern man that I know. My daddy.
He learned, and he apologized. It just seems like I'm just disappointed. Like, here we are. We started a presidential debate with all these great choices, and as good as they were, more and more candidates came running into the fray. Why? I'm not sure. But now I feel like we're back to our old choices of, which candidate do you dislike the least, or you distrust the least?
And see, that's the thing for me. It's like how do we let people control our mind that way? I'm strong in who I am. I've been Joe Biden for a minute. I was Hillary Clinton for a minute. Nobody could change my mind. We're okay. Right. And looking at where we are, we would have been in a hell of a better place with her right now.
Oh, yeah.
So my thought is, now you come at me with Joe Biden. You want to try to poison my mind again. You couldn't poison me with Hillary. And right now, I'm looking at a man that told people, just kind of mentioned drinking bleach. So when I look at that, or who has no self apologetic bone in his body to just say I'm wrong, I apologize. And I'm looking at deaths over in Italy. They're finna start. They don't want to sue, but they want people held accountable for their loved ones. And I want to start something here because people have lost people because of foolish decisions made by a man that has no integrity. And now we come at a guy that has really, to me, took Barack Obama and helped lifted him. Joe Biden is not a leader, really. He's a smart man. But he knew, and Barack Obama saw something in this man, him and Michelle, who've been around him all this time, that made him admire him and call him his best friend. I've seen Bush lean on Michelle in some ways. I think is a little bit of an overkill when they hang out.
Well, yeah.
But that Southern thing, that touchy-feely is those older men. And they don't understand that the times have changed. I'm around older men now. And I see how they still, like, not me because I look boyish, but if my wife come by, somehow they'll grab her hand. And then when they talk to her, they keep their hand around her waist. Stuff that men can't try now. And it's like trying to teach an old dog new tricks. In this day and time, I'm not defending. But why?
So who should be his VP?
Elizabeth Warren.
Stacey Abrams or Kamala.
I think Kamala should be. I think Kamala is a great. She should be his attorney general. That bitch is bad, and I want Kamala to be attorney general because I know she can do that job. I would like for Elizabeth Warren to be his vice president.
I'd rather have Stacey Abrams.
Really? I have another position for Stacey. That's me because she's so likable. Until I would groom her for Secretary of State. Because people like her all across the board, and we got to heal this nation. And look how everybody likes Stacey, every race. You understand what I mean? And it's not that I wanted to be that. She has that gift of knowing how to pull people together like Biden has. Biden is our candidate, but let me make sure y'all understand something. I never said I felt like he could. That he's not. He'll do 98.9% way better than Trump because of what we already have. It's just Biden know where the playing field is. That's why I want Elizabeth Warren to be VP. as I want somebody else that's been there a while. But also, Biden has had years of experience with Senate. He's been the VP. He has gotten the job done. Look how those people came out that were running. When they stepped out talking about how Biden talked with them, how he addressed them, how he treated them. See, this is the stuff they don't want you to think about with Biden. How did he all of a sudden become so disliked? First, he was like, "Oh, he getting old, he can't do this," and then he was a comeback kid. Okay, now you have one lady saying, "Well, he assaulted me." I would still be talking every night if he assaulted me and he's finna be president. Like the woman with Brett Kavanaugh. She was everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? And she what made her come out was, I'd be damn if I'm gonna let you be you get what I'm saying? Have this position knowing what you did. I'm not finna let you
I'm
sit
kind
there.
of over the allegations because it seems like every time somebody try to do something major, it's an allegation that come out.
Yes.
So I don't believe half that shit.
No, but so Sheree, what do you think? And then I want you to tell me, because I heard you went and got tested up in here. So what do you what do you really think though? Because I see you kind of quiet. And I don't want you to just dislike Joe Biden. You're an attorney. You're gonna be a judge. So you're gonna have to. I want your judgment, and you have intuition. So what do you think
about Joe Biden? I think that he will definitely be a better president than the one that we have now, and that unfortunately is because I really feel that our current administration has really set a very low bar.
Yeah, too low.
I mean, when I see the video of Vice President Prince going to a medical facility without covering his mouth and nose as they requested, not showing respect, and his explanation for it just seems ludicrous. As a scientist, just because I and my family just got tested yesterday and got our results doesn't mean that we can't get.
You got the results today? You got the results already?
We got our results already. We went and got tested. I misspoke, on Monday, and we got our results on Tuesday.
Great.
And now it's awfully quick. But I will tell you this: I was very unimpressed with Vice President Pence's response when said, "Why weren't you wearing a mask?" Well, I'm tested regularly, and the people around me are tested regularly, and I ain't got it. Okay, we're not doing a syphilis check here, brother, and we should all know that just because you take a test, the tests are not 100%, they're good. There's two main types of tests you can opt into. You can do the nasal swab, like my family and I did. You can do the mouth swab, or you can actually have them test your blood to see if there's actually evidence that you've already been infected and maybe have built some sort of hope of immunity. But this fool was up there just saying, I get tested regularly and everybody around me gets tested regularly. I'm like, but that's still no good. And you're going into a medical facility to thank the first responders. And remember what a mask is supposed to do. The mask is supposed to protect those that you're interacting with, not yourself, but those you're interacting with from getting your disease. So that's the way you thank them. You go into their facility with all these people who are sick and bring whatever you have. And then when you're confronted by it, all you say is, well, I don't think I got it. We can't act that way. We need to be responsible and do the best thing we can. My family and I got tested in 4 minutes, but I will tell you it was one painful 4 minutes. The nasal swab was painful. I tried to buck up and so my kids wouldn't freak out, but of course mommy couldn't hold herself together. And so my kids really acted out. We had to hold them down in those 3.5 minutes. But it was nice to get the testing done. It was nice to know that we have not yet been exposed. It was, I think it's important for us to know what our status is. This crisis has been linked a lot to the HIV crisis. And I do think at some point, many of us who were sexually active after the diagnosis of HIV came forward and said, hey, I need to know what my status is because there are things it can do, and I need to be able to share that information if necessary. So at this point, it was painful, but it was a very short pain. It was quick, no cost, and completely anonymous.
But why was it so painful, Sheree? Why was it so painful, Sheree?
They do, the nasal swab is not something that's just at the tip of your nose. It actually goes all the way to what they call the back of your throat.
Oh, God.
They do, and they do also put some enzymes which could actually burn your glands back there. So it's described as very uncomfortable, but I actually found it to be painful and very difficult to tolerate. And you know, that lasted longer than the swab, but the relief of knowing that my family and I are safe at this point, you know, we were grateful for that. So, I mean, it's not an easy test, and it's not definitive. I mean, there's a one at home test now that you're going to be requested to do the same thing that I was kicking and screaming when a healthcare worker did to me at your own home, and it's FDA
I ain't doing it.
approved.
I'm gonna have to go and let them do it. I ain't doing it. I refuse to hurt myself.
You can do this mouth swab. There's other stations countywide. They're doing kind of like they checking for your babies.
Yeah.
You know, they checking to see if you are the father. Are you the father? You know, you feel like the television camera's gonna come out in a minute and say, "We got 3 cases of child support we want to put on you." Girl. You know, and there's some other questions about that. You know.
Yeah.
What they're doing with all this DNA.
I'm telling you, we're gonna find out. It's gonna be some people that's murder. Some people think folks have forgot about this shit, and they're gonna be knocking on your door. Cause now they getting everybody's DNA, and they're right, and I'm a conspiracy theorist. Don't get me started. Anyway, so Cherie, which one? So is one test stronger than the other? Cause like for instance, I wouldn't opt for the nose one. I'm not a pain person. But if you're telling me they got that one is really more precise, is the word I'm looking for, then I would go for the more precise. You know,
theoretically, I mean, you've got maybe 50 manufacturers trying to get all of these tests to the market as soon as possible. So they'll all explain why theirs is better. There's actually a website where they're being rated as to whether you get false positives or false negatives. It's really the false negatives is the main concern. It's rare. It's more rare to get the false positive, and that can always be double checked. But theoretically, the nasal swab is the most stringent test that's available right now. The mouth swab, though, the data so far that we've gotten is that it's just as effective as the nasal swab. You know, you can always get your blood drawn, and there's a serology component to this, and they'll look in your blood to see if you have developed antibodies yet to COVID-19. If you have, that means you've been exposed. So it's different information that comes from the 2 different types of tests, and the mouth swab test I think is much more tolerable.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do tolerable. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do tolerable.
Nixie on the nasal swab, because there's no way no.
After you said it, because you do seem pretty strong, like you'll bulk up. So since you said it, I'm like, oh, no, they swab my
well, I just was, you know, I did not do right by my kids because they did me and my husband first. And our plan was to do the kids first and then, you know, hold them down and then do ourselves so they wouldn't have time to panic. But obviously the screeners saw things differently and don't have young children. So there we were. I got to be the one squirming and quicking and cleaning and crying and talking about it burns. Is this supposed to burn? Is it supposed to burn? Do I need to be admitted to Cedars-Sinai right now because it's burning? Is it supposed to burn? Because it's not. This is not uncomfortable. This is painful.
No, I'm gonna do the swab. If I go to Cedars, they're gonna give me the swab. I can't.
Mouth swab.
Yeah,
mouth swab.
Mouth swab. Thank you for going and for warning me. But I'm so glad. I've heard that Californians can get tested. You know, now anyone that wants to be tested can get tested. There was a poor girl. What state was that in that she died? She was 30 years old, a teacher, and she had been asking for a test to be tested and felt that she had it. And I'm like, now this is the kind of stuff that I'm saying people need to answer for. You know what I mean? These lives got.
I want to say New York. Was she her sister a nurse? Her sister was a nurse, of course, African American. At least appeared to be African American, and she'd actually, I think, asked for a test at least twice, maybe 4 times, and then died of respiratory. Because if you're positive, as my dad says, this disease can go very, very quickly. Your need for a ventilator or a breathing machine happens very quickly if it attacks your lungs. And so we now have allegedly enough tests so we can test everybody to see, that was part of reopening up our community, was to have testing. Now the question is, do we have enough beds? Do we have enough medication? There's no vaccine. We do have a miracle drug just recently announced, I can't even pronounce it, Remicade, that shortens your course of, so let me say that again, shortens how many days you get to stay on the ventilator and has a positive impact on you. But I'm not trying to get on the ventilator, and I'm not trying to stay on the ventilator. I'm trying to avoid the ventilator altogether, because this is a very aggressive viral infection that causes almost death in too many people and severe organ damage. And it's not just attacking your lungs, it's attacking your heart, it's attacking your liver, it's attacking everything. And anything that's already vulnerable, we've been talking about why is the African American and the Latino community more vulnerable to this disease. Well, we're going to get down to that because we're more vulnerable to everything that's out there, because we're already on the edge. But that can't be the sole rationale. Part of it is you had this young woman who was a lovely teacher, loved by her school. Her sister's a nurse, for God's sake, saying, look, test me. They couldn't give her 4 minutes in New York. My family tested in 4 minutes. 4 people, 4 minutes. They couldn't give her 4 minutes. It just seems like a tragedy that's unnecessary.
Yeah, they do.
And that's what we're gonna go back, and we're gonna dial into all of this stuff about who ordered ventilators. I think it's ridiculous that the states are bidding against each other and going to China and every other place to buy ventilators and buy testing kits. Germany had testing kits much earlier than ours. Our testing materials were frankly not effective at testing. 2 days ago, the CDC revised its list of symptoms. And so they've been talking about how asymptomatic people can spread the virus. Well, that's because they don't even know what symptoms they're associating with the virus. So there's a lot more that we don't know. And there is a second, and potentially should be a third and a fourth wave coming. This is a cyclical viral infection that is getting stronger. And I'm telling you right now, it's coming back.
Oh, I already know it's coming back. I already told everybody. If y'all do see me, don't look for me in October going into November, because I'm going to lock my own self down. Because I already know it's coming back. It's coming back in the winter. It's going to be bad, too. So I already said, no. I'm already making my ousting plan. Without a doubt. I mean it. I'm gonna lock up my ass. I'm gonna get everything I need, toilet tissue, everything, make sure everything right. And they'll be like, what Dion at? I'm in the house. I'm already getting started to rest. I ain't coming out. I'm serious. So guys, we have somebody this morning. I was on Facebook chilling, and I always run across great things, but I know this brother. I mean, I when I say I know him, he came and sit down with me at the studio, Voice Media Studios, and we chopped it up and enjoyed it. Had a great conversation, and I could not say what I needed to say at the beginning. Guys, when you hear that song and you hear my intro, that bumping, and I mean, I be bumping through the house with it in my head. I'm talking about all the time. Matter of fact, it's done boosted my ego up so, till I believe like I can fly. You know what I mean? I ain't had to use R. Kelly. It's like, you know what I mean? I walk around like, look, y'all don't know who I am. I'm a legend in the making. You know what I mean? And when I first heard this song, I loved it. I'm talking about like really loved it. And it was the whole freaking song just blew my mind. So then when I heard the chorus, I was like, damn, that's me. You know, that's me, right there. Which he already had promised me. He said, hey, I'm gonna hook you up a song. And then COVID came along. I'm like, and so then when I got this, I said, dude. So every credit you see his name and a wonderful thank you. Because I don't even know if he know that, it was really for him, I think, paying homage to great rappers that are legends. And
Yeah.
he doesn't realize that everybody has something inside them that can make them become a legend or a part of history if they dream and believe and try to achieve. So what that did was reach that chaser in me as well, and probably it's going to reach a whole lot of other people that really need to continue to believe in themselves, even when things are going crazy and you want to give up. You keep on pushing. And guys, then I looked and saw he had a video premiere, and I said, this boy is still doing doing great things, big things, still pushing, still moving. I wanted to do that video for that TikTok. And I thought about doing it the end way, like calling you on the back end, saying, "Man, I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna get this girl to get your video. My wife ain't no ugly lady. I'm gonna get my wife to do this video. You just give me 250. You keep 250. Let's just promote this shit that way, okay?"
Oh no.
But I know that this man is a man of all men, for real, of his word, and he got everybody TikToking. And I mean, he got the kids coming out, doing their little thing. And I can't wait to see who's going to win in 500. But like I said, I started helping y'all, bro. I started, hey, look, my girl going to do this here. And you just send me 250, you keep. But the thing about this, brothers, this song you did, first of all, let's talk about the album, man. Because I hate that I'm not single no more. Because Come Through will be bumping all the time. So what motivated you with this album? We talking about, the one and only Dula-Mite out of Vegas.
Hey.
Everybody said Quan was the one that connected us, y'all. Homie Quan did this. But Quan,
yeah, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, big homie Quan connected this, and man, it has been as impressionable as Quan has been in my life. I saw this, bro, and it was like we just connected. I'm like, wow, and again, for me with men, that's not hard because I'm always around guys. That's why with Cherie, I was shocked that we connected so well. Because I normally hang around guys because it's easier for me, less trouble. But I like smart men, and I like men that I know that like to learn and grow. And Dula, but like I said, dude, talking with you one deep brother, but dude, what put this album together? And Cherie, you got to check it out. Like the song that the video we're gonna play. I want you to tell us about the video. I want you to tell me what inspired you to do this album, and especially this song with the video that we're finna play. And that's the one that you shot with everything going on right now.
Yeah, actually, it's like the title track to the album, Blaxploitation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, far as the album goes, a lot of people couldn't really determine, I would say, like the Vegas or West Coast artists, like they considered me just at first like a punchline rapper. A lot of people didn't know that I really wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people, from R&B to hip hop. So when I started writing, from the Underrated album all the way to Blaxploitation, I wanted to do content that when you listen to it, it's a story behind it. So where if you're reading a book, you can't wait to get to the next chapter. So I wanted to do concept albums. So at Blaxploitation, I kind of just wanted to show my range of what I was really starting to get to where I could talk about different topics and make it hit not only for what's happening now, but make it timeless to where 20 years from now, when they listen to it, they can go back to that album and they know what was going on in 2020.
Wow. Man, and Come Through, like I said again, it's funny because my son, like I say, he used to do this. I'm getting to a point with this, and he was listening to your music, and he was like, "Mom, I don't know, man. He hot. I don't know if I could hit that. He gonna make me go. I'd go back and really, because he's been away from it for a while. He's like, I had to go back, man. I'm talking like go back and sit back for a minute, man. Dude, brother, deep." And you know what I mean, brother, deep. And to be honest with you, my son, there's some things that like you rap with, you rap about women, you rap about those things. But what I love about you is, like you said, you also hit points I used to try to tell him to hit. letting people know that you see what's going on in the world. You get what I mean? And that
I'm a true Gemini.
Yeah, you are. You are in a good way, and your eyes are wide open. Because when I listened to that video, and then seeing Vegas like that, I said, "Now, what brother would think to go down and film this mug, and everything shut down?" You understand? We're gonna show the video though, and the thing about it, when I saw the damn video, I'm like, nobody but Dula.
Yeah.
Nobody but Dula. You know what I mean? That would know to strike at this moment, and with what you did and the way you did it.
It was crazy too because it was real eerie. Mm-hmm. We shot it by the government center, and it was eerie because I had never heard Las Vegas so quiet. It, pretty much, you know how you can hear birds during the day. Yeah. It was so quiet that you could hear the birds at night. Whoa. Which was like it was a first for me. So we basically was like in the middle of the intersection by the government center, and not one car drove by. Wow. So when I shot those scenes, it was easy. Like the backdrop that I wanted, of course, you know, show the strip. That's, to me, the strip is not really Vegas. It's what's behind it, and the government center is the line on what you go to downtown and to the east side of Las Vegas, West Las Vegas, North Las Vegas. That's where you kind of get closer to the poverty areas. And the fact that the government center and the prison is right there, smack dab in the middle of the poverty areas. That's why I wanted to shoot it right there to kind of let you know, like, hey, I see what's going on. It's easy to go to the strip and shoot a video like that, but I didn't want to shoot it on the strip because that's not the Vegas that I know.
Yeah, but you're right. When I was looking at that, though, and still seeing some of the strip and seeing certain parts, I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah, it's empty.
Yeah, it was like, and for you to be there in the middle of the heart of that shooting a video, I was blown away. And you know what I mean? Yeah. You're right. When you say things that will, I'm going to tell you something. When you say you wanted to do something that you can look back 20 years from now, they're going to look back at that video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to look back at that video. Mike, do we have that video so we can let the people see it? I mean, that was deep. And 20-some years from now, man, 60-some years from now, they're going to look back at that one. Because when Vegas is back booming and going, they're going to be like, nah, man, a cat named Dula-Mite, he was out filming. He had to, you know, he did his song, Exploitation. You got to go watch that video, man. No, man, Vegas was shut down during the corona. You get what I'm saying?
And crazy thing is, Come Through was supposed to be the first video, but I mean, with everything that happened, it just seemed like it was just right to just shoot that video.
I thought Come Through would be the first one too, because of the way it was bumping, and I was like, oh, this finna bump out, but it's still gonna bump out. But when you did this one, I was like, he ain't playing checkers, he playing chess.
Yeah, because Come Through is gonna happen once we get out of quarantine. I'm shooting that video immediately, but it just seemed like it was just right to do this video. And crazy, I recorded that song in December.
Really?
So, yeah, that was the first one I recorded.
Man. All right, Mike, we're going to show the video, guys. We're going to let everybody check out this music video real quick. I mean, listen to the words. Pay attention to it.
Yeah, man.
The revolution will be televised. So strap your boots up. I'm ready for Trump, Illuminati, and the Ku Klux. And if the feds listening, I give 2 fucks. Your cotton picker lies kill leaders, so tie the noose up. Fuck David Duke and the KKK. Them white sheets can turn red from the AK spray. Hold up. Excuse me for my vulgar approach, but see, my ancestors hung by their throats and had to fight for their votes. Donald Trump show a lack of respect, grabbing pussies of the opposite sex. But you don't hear me though. Politicians lie. Do they live with regrets? All they see is green and white like they play for the Jets. Well, I'ma exercise my rights, use my freedom of speech, and pray the Lord hear my words so we can get them impeached. It's real music for your ears, but you don't hear me though. Real hip-hop is not played on the radio. Blindfolded by the media to object our views. Same reason, brainwashed kids are shooting up schools. They stealing our culture, you better beware. Changing the pigment of the skin, now they dreading their hair. They wearing do-rags, now they braiding their hair. But when we marching for our rights, I don't see them nowhere. Oh yeah. Fox spreading lies, fuck Paris Denard. New rappers false flag and 6ix9ine is a fraud. Shit. We need to save Kanye. Houseway with a MAGA hat reporting live from the sunken place. Lines being crossed, I'm delaying the sequel. Corrupt situations to empower my people. We organize and demonstrate because we seek change. Well, resist, my nigga, until we get change. Real bars for your soul, but you don't hear me, though. Real hip-hop is not played on the radio. King.
Dula-Mite, you was telling us now that Mayor, the reason you guys rate is low is why now?
Well, Governor Sisolak, he wasn't playing no games from day one. He's basically, but what I like about Sisolak, he took his time. He was like, let's see what happened after 30 days. I'm not going to jump the gun and cancel school and stuff like that until we know what's fully going on. But literally, with the essential workers, basically, he's like, you are required to wear this and wear that. If you're going to the supermarket, you cannot get in unless you're wearing a mask and some gloves on. He's taking the right precautions. So all that shit that Carolyn Goodman was saying on CNN, I think she was high. But if she wasn't high, she just looks even dumber now because they're not even on the same page. She's like, no, we're not doing that. And I think she's speaking from the aspect of rich people don't know how to sit down. If you look at it just for rich people right now, like, why does P. Diddy have a gray beard? You're a billionaire. Go buy some dye and dye your own beard. You're so used to not doing shit for yourself that you don't even know what to do with yourself. And so even them, they've made themselves more accessible to us during the lockdown because they don't know how to not have attention. They don't know what to do with themselves. And it's like, sit your dumb ass down. Go dye your beard. Like, come on. Like, you can't tell me that Diddy can't go dye his. Kevin Hart dyed his once he saw how stupid he looked. Go dye your beard. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard to get clippers. Like, my hair is not cut, but I still take care of my beard. Yeah. And I can just throw on a bandana and I'll be cool. But like, these niggas just act like they don't even know what to do.
You heard me say I cut.
They forgot.
You heard me say I cut my own. Because like I said, at the end of the day, and when I wasn't cutting it, it was looking gray. I was like, when no light on me like this, I'm like, I'm in the dark, man. You have to figure out who it is.
Like, and they got wives. Like, look at DJ Khaled. You got a wife, and you on TV looking like a refugee. Go dye your beard. It's not that hard.
Like, they just feel,
right. They feel so entitled. Like, you can't do your own beard, so you would rather be gray instead of just like going to do your own maintenance because you forgot that you used to be poor. It's like, come on, man, you ain't nothing but a regular person that got luck. Go do your damn beard.
Yeah.
Go clip your nose hairs. If you can brush your teeth, you can, it's just so. I just be watching everything now, and honest with you, Dion, I think my writing just changed once I had my son.
Yeah.
Because when you have a kid, it just opens up your eyes to what's really going on. But you don't have a kid, you just about partying and fucking.
Yeah. You keeping it real, yeah.
Right.
And you don't have no responsibility, so you can just go do whatever. Once you get that responsibility, your eyes open not only just for the kid, but even government, politics, all that. All your eyes open because you got to look out for them and be able to teach them everything that was taught to you when your parents had to open their eyes. Or if you was raised by somebody else, because we know how niggas are. So.
Yeah, we know sometimes grandma and all them had to do the damn job. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dula,
you got to stay woke.
Dula, you got to give me a shirt now, because right now I got Tupac on, because that's my boy too. I got to give me a Dula shirt, though, for real. I got.
You want to know some crazy ish? I had my merchandise I told you about last time.
Yeah.
And then the shoe line. I don't even know if I'm doing that anymore.
I hope you do it, because I wanted my Dula shoes.
Well, we got to see what happened, because they was talking about the shoes can travel in coronavirus can travel in the shoes. So it's like,
hell.
What?
Yeah, and my distributors, they are in Italy, and that was the first country that got shut down. So I was just sitting there, I'm like, here I am thinking I'm going to drop some shoes. April Fool.
No, be patient. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because, honey, what God got for you, it's going to come through some one way or the other. I promise. And being that you're that concerned, you're going to get it. Because you could have been one of them brothers be like, didn't give a damn. Am I right, though, Annika? Am I right? He could have been one of them brothers that just went on ordered this shit and not really had concern. So since you have concern, that blessing going to come another way. I promise. You may run to somebody here or anything. You know what I mean? But it's coming.
Right.
Don't do that because you could really have just been like, F it. I'm going to get these shoes. And I'm going to sell these shoes. And with the fact that you are concerned, no, sweetie, it's going to be all right. Trust and believe. Quan.
Sir.
Dula, we going to play. You know I'm not finna get out of here without playing come through, right? You know, right?
You got to play come through. Come through fire.
Because I can dream. You know what I mean? I can dream. Even if I am already married and on lockdown, I can dream.
Or reminisce.
Yeah, like Cherie, you know, she married, her eyes like she ain't blind.
You know, you need some of those memories to take us through those bad times.
Come
you know?
on now, come on. We know, Quan. I know you got some news for the hood from the wood, like the hood. But we're gonna tell us what's going on. We need to know that. But right quick, we're gonna do a call out, guys.
Call these motherfuckers out.
We gotta call them out. And we call them out when they do effed up stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And I know now, Mike, I'm going to surprise the people and let them know who we calling out. Because we have to do it. And a lot of times I be already ready. Because I can't believe some of the stuff. Last time we called out the people that were out protesting, being out. And I was telling Cherie and Quan and everything, I'm like, you out. You didn't get arrested. Nobody did anything to you. So you are free to be out. And then they were out. This is what got me out. I'm going to say it too. It was white folks come out. We want our freedom. And like you said, do you know how you be thinking?
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there thinking about all them slaves that was wanting their freedom and begging for their freedom. I was like, damn, I missed a perfect moment to videotape this shit. I should have just really just had this shit just blasting it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I wish to God I know that the ancestors from way back. You get what I mean? They clapping dust. You get what I'm saying? To see the white folk hollering, they want to be free. Let me out. My freedom. You all you was asked to do was stay inside to save your life. If we fought for freedom, we lost our life. Do you understand?
I'm sure there was a Rosa Parks in that crowd somewhere. We didn't see it, but they did.
I didn't see one of us. Talking about make us free. Y'all having a problem with being locked down to save your own life. We was locked down against our will, and if we tried to break that situation, we lost our life.
Mm-hmm.
That lets you know they couldn't have never dealt with it. They would not have dealt with it if the situation had been reversed. They wouldn't have dealt with it. That's why I hate when we weaken and give in and don't do our best, because we strong. We stronger than people ever know. That's why they always trying to come at us and trying to hurt us and trying to break us. Because they know our strengths. And our strengths come when in the moments of weakness, we rise up. And we stronger. And when they see that, then you hear, oh, there are so many African Americans that are dying from this. Oh, you want to tell me this thinking you're going to make me weaker? You get what I mean? Now you got to inform me that I'm the one dying. My people. Because you see us being strong. You get what I'm saying? But Mike, wasn't there some people throwing a party in Chicago? Wasn't that Chicago? Mike, we got I call it out. I don't care what color you are. You can be my people too, cause we.
And Mama D, they had strippers.
You mean they hired dirty strippers?
They had strippers.
Cause they had the money. I saw that part. They had that kind of money. See, Dula might get somebody. He going for the girl. You know, she gonna cost about $25.
Them little boys, and they had a picture of these little boys trying to grab a stripper booty. They couldn't grab a stripper booty. They okay. You supposed to okay. Okay, for us that love to grab women's butts, you're supposed to have a formulation where you cup your hand and you cup.
Did you see how Quan is, Cherie? Why he always gotta do this, Dula? Now,
Well, if I need to have a future, a backup career. You know, this is important information to know. How does one cup one's buttocks? Please proceed. I mean, Dula-Mite sounds like he's interested in this knowledge. Let's proceed.
But every woman loves her booty cup. Every woman loves her booty, like, you know, touched in a way where it's appeasing. You don't want it where it's just a hand just sitting on it flat.
No, man.
Like
Dula got to call back in. We lost. He'll be back. Quan showed us a perfect way. Like, you know, that's needed in today's time and frame. That's why Joe Biden, who probably didn't do anything wrong, is having some problems. Because men want to grab buttocks. And women let it happen years ago because they were scared. And nowadays women aren't scared. And so you can't just be grabbing that. Now if your woman's buttocks and she don't have no problem with that, that's cool. Then you can teach her.
And even if she don't have a booty, there's something still to grab. You know, just make her feel special, you know.
If it's your lady. You're right. If it's
flowers.
Yes.
Flowers.
Candy.
Roses.
Candy.
Real estate.
Jewelry.
I mean,
a car. Quan, I don't know, man. You should have told me all this before I spent all my money on all these other things. Because I'm serious. I wasn't grabbing butts. I'm sorry. Seriously.
We have to modify when they get plastic surgery back on calendar. I'll be sure to revise my schedule there.
Yeah, but I mean, now if she getting a butt injection, which is not healthy, I guess if he paid for it, it's all right for him to test out what he paid for. But that's not safe. Let's make sure we do that Donald Trump discretion. Make sure we do a public announcement that right now we know that's not right. But Mike, do we have to call out for that real quick? These fools and that's what you are. If you know your life is you're putting your life in danger. Why would you do this? And then some of you are young, so I'm pretty much assuming you have mothers, grandmothers, fathers you're gonna go home to. And then this is not about you, it's about them. They're telling you the elderly and different ages, it's even harder on them. So right. You go out and have your fun and say, I wish my son was here because he would tell you that there's a scene with for example, when Grady let Lamont went out the house and Grady had the gun. And when Lamont went to come back in the door, Grady had the shotgun right in Lamont's face. Well, if my son had went out like that and did all of that, he wouldn't have got in my house. You better go figure out where you're going to sleep until this COVID is over. You're not going to bring it in here with us. You understand what I mean? If you want to be that hard-headed, then you out of it. But Mike, do we have to call out? And then I'm wondering what happened to my brother Quan. What made him go out?
I didn't notice he left. Yeah. Quan, he must be doing his manual on how to grab someone's rear end.
Abdullah said he got disconnected.
Is it a time thing?
But while people are dying,
we're at 7:35. So
in this viral Facebook video,
now you know I gotta go listen to this video.
Chicago last night.
So I'm gonna do that. And do you want to get Quan back on?
There we go. I'll down Dula back simply. Yeah, I was on the link to him.
Do it. Oh, okay. I got your link. Thank you.
Okay, this is not. Officer, you don't want to do that. Officer, you don't.
Am I being arrested or detained? Am I arrested or detained? Someone call.
It's funny just how
right now. Get them on the phone.
I'm recording. Someone else call. Okay, can you call?
Like, here's my. People still
her kids are here.
Being arrested for another.
I'm not gonna mention no names. I'm not gonna say anything, but there's a few places there. They still have the strip club. People stay your buddy. Like myself, like any other. Keep your buddy. Just everyone ain't tested. Not only that, but just it ain't working. It ain't working right now. Getting your getting your butt smacked by single dollar bills. I know, I'm calling out these people right now.
Because they had strippers or because they did the party?
Not believe what he was recording.
Okay.
Or as my friend would say, Bobo.
40 acres.
The one photo I saw, I was like, how can you even enjoy yourself? This man was pushed face first into a wall. Don't worry about it.
They arrested.
A paddleboarder is chased down by law enforcement for being out on the water at Malibu Beach.
Oh, please fake them out. I was going back out to sea.
All LA County beaches are closed due to the coronavirus and social distancing after crowds gathered on LA beaches early in the crisis. The paddleboarder was taken into custody for disobeying a lifeguard.
Elizabeth, New Jersey is now using drones to spread a life-saving message.
You are not immune to this virus.
To slow the infection, the mayor hopes the drone's message will reinforce the CDC warning to avoid large crowds. Failure to comply.
Different areas, different states, and what people were doing to go against the restriction. One guy was paddleboarding, but you're gonna go back and see, but it's just crazy because people are still dying. This is still going on. This stuff is still happening. So I don't know what's really, going on with this. And I keep dropping my people. I'm finna get ready to go out and kind of close it out. Cause Cherie went out. So Quan.
What's up? Yeah.
Real quick, we're gonna do our IGS award, which we're giving to definitely we're gonna give it to the doctor. If Trump had stayed his ass out the way and let this man do his job, you know what I mean, Dr. Anthony Fauci, if we had left him alone, we probably would be better off right now. It wouldn't have taken this long. But we all remember seeing him in the background looking crazy, like, what the hell is he talking about? What is he talking about? Because we knew that, that he knew Trump didn't know a damn thing. And if Trump had his way, he would have fired this guy already. You know what I mean? We already knew this, Quan, without a doubt. So we definitely know that he deserves the IJS Nation Award for pushing through and staying true to being a doctor and making sure he tried to give us the proper information, fighting against 45, the food. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do, Quan, is we're going to let everybody know that we want to bid them a great night. But Quan, is there anything going on people need to know while I still have you on real quick that's going to be happening soon?
I would say right now, just stay tuned. Be honest with you, with everything that's going on, stay tuned for what's happening with IG. I know that they're trying to get a few more battles going between producers and rappers and all that. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Even also stay tuned after May 1st. A lot of states are, according to our president, 45, are now being left to their own abilities, to be responsible. So after May 1st, it's going to be critical for all of us. So please be aware of how important it is to just know that after May 1st, like literally this Friday, that, hey, we got to stay on top of everything that we're doing. What if it's places opening back up? What if it's, doesn't matter. It's just stay aware. Stay up on top of it because it's really about to get real.
I know it's getting hot, and I'm even getting restless, and it's harder to follow. If I'm following the instruction no matter what, but if it's getting hard for me, I can imagine for young people. You know what I mean? So, and you're right. It's about to get real. You are so right. Guys, Quan and I, Big Homie Quan, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and enjoying the show with us. Want to make sure that you understand that we are praying for everyone, and for, like Quan said, it's about to get real. But we need you to be patient, stay steadfast, and watch yourself. And remember, you only get one go around. I've never had somebody, that's passed away come back and say, okay, I came back. This is it. So the decisions you make can make a decision that will affect your health. You know, and what we got to do is be patient and know it's going to be greater later. It will be greater later. Trust me. Trust me. So don't rush out till till we get the right information that we need to get out. Am I right, Quan? Make sure. I know. If you want an island, do it in your house. Do anything you want to do. You can go outside. It's okay. I saw people in Detroit. They were doing. They were stepping, but they were doing the 6 feet. You know what I mean? Social distancing in front of their house. But again, think of some things. It's okay, you know, but big parties and all this stuff. No. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some sense in it. You know what I mean? There was this guy talking. It was on Facebook, and he was talking to this lady, and he was like, "Ooh, my work. I do nails." She said, "What? Where you at? Where you located?" He said, "I do hair. I do nails. Where you located?" And he said, "My work keep me busy. I'm working every day but Sunday." She said, "Where are you located?" He said, "I'm a mortician." And you know what I mean? And I'm going to be doing yours if you don't stay in. You get what I mean? So that's the truth of it. So we're going to go out with a little bit, I promised Dula that we were going out with Come Through. So guys, if the girl want to come through, or girls, if your guy want to come through, y'all need you need a thermometer, check his fever and all this. Because some of y'all going to do y'all thing, and that's just the way it goes. So this is for all y'all that's going to do your thing, but try to be as cautious as you can. Keep in mind this is still going on. And if you're married and y'all together, let her go in the other room. Play like she knocking on the door to come over. Y'all better know how to play some games, have some fun. I ain't trying to tell y'all none of my business. But anyway, and get you some wands. You get what I'm saying? I know somebody got a few wands or something. You know, I like Monopoly money because I already got that, and that's clean. I already had this mine. And have do some strip moves, and you put them wands out there and them 5s and stuff. But baby, you got to earn the 10s and 20s. So anyway, Mike, I love you, man. What do you know? Quan, love you. Cherie, nothing but love. Always, always. And Dula, thanks for stopping in, giving us your time. I mean, I'm just saying, where's the love? I got nothing but love for y'all, guys. And I couldn't do this without any of my people. I could not. So, Mike, I'm ready. You can take me home.
We can just chill if you want to. We can pop a pill if you want to. You can just do it if you want to. We can take a trip if you want to. We can get it in if you want to. Do it all again if you want to. If I bring a friend, what you gon' do? We can talk about it when you come. Come through, come through, come through. Come through, come through. We can talk about it when you come. We can talk about it when you come. We can talk about it when you come.
I'ma take my time when I kiss you slow, all over your body without the mistletoe. Shit, be stupid if I let you go. On the real, this how I feel, I gotta let you know. Bubble bath and rose petals all on the bed. Now take your clothes off, baby, now spread your legs. You got me lost in the sauce, I ain't pulling out. Think you moan that it's mine, so it ain't a doubt. They don't make them like me, I'm extraordinary. I don't wanna fall in lust, cause it's temporary. Hope I find my wife before I'm in the cemetery, cause my heart's full of gold and I don't want my treasure buried. So I'ma grab a couple bottles before you come through, so we can toast to your beauty, it's about you. Microphone check, baby, 1, 2. Show you how a king treat a queen when she come through. Don't stop.
We can just chill if you want to.
Don't stop.
We can pop a pill if you want to.
Don't stop.
You can just do it if you want to. We can take a trip if you want to. We can get it in if you want to. Do it all again if you want to. If I bring a friend, what you gon' do? We can talk about it when you come. Come through, come through, come through. Come through, come through. We can talk about it when you come. We can talk about it when you come. We can talk about it when you come.
Your boy looking fresh, that's why she ran up and held me. Eyes rolling with a tingle down her spine when she smelled me. She yelled at daddy so much she think I was a father. I bet the neighbors know my name if the house is smaller. I love you, shorty, one day I hope we have a baby. KC, Jodeci, forever my lady. I love to make you come and watch your toes, girl. Cause my love is genuine, no S, girl. Before I met you, all I wanted was a freak. But these girls are the same, so it's hard to critique. I keep you in my thoughts, so it's hard to get sleep. Cause every woman that I met in these streets can't compete, no doubt. So I'ma grab a couple bottles before you come through. So we can toast to your beauty, it's about you. Microphone check, baby, 1, 2. Show you how a king treat a queen when she come through. Don't stop.
We can just chill if you